Composting is like recycling, but for nature. It's a natural process. Tiny organisms break down organic materials. This creates a nutrient-rich substance called compost. Think of it as black gold for your garden. Composting happens all around us. Leaves decompose on the forest floor. Food scraps transform in compost bins. It's a beautiful cycle of life, death, and renewal. By composting, we participate in this ancient process. We turn our kitchen and garden waste into something valuable. Not everything belongs in your compost bin. The key is to maintain a balance. You need the right mix of green and brown materials. Green materials are rich in nitrogen. They are typically wet and include things like fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds and filters, grass clippings and plant trimmings. Brown materials are rich in carbon. They are drier and include dried leaves, shredded newspaper, cardboard and twigs and small branches. Composting at home is easier than you think. It's a fantastic way to recycle kitchen scraps and garden waste, turning them into nutrient-rich soil for your plants. Here's a simple guide to get you started on your composting journey. First, choose a compost bin that suits your needs. You can buy one or make your own using materials like wood or wire mesh. Compost bins are available online or at garden centers. Once you have your bin, find a suitable location in your garden. A shady spot in your garden is ideal to keep the compost from drying out too quickly. Now start layering your materials. Begin with a layer of brown materials such as dry leaves, cardboard or straw. These provide carbon, which is essential for the composting process. Next, add a layer of green materials like kitchen scraps, grass clippings or green leaves. These provide nitrogen, which helps break down the organic matter. Continue layering brown and green materials until your bin is full. Remember to water your compost regularly to keep it moist. The compost should be as damp as a wrung-out sponge. This moisture level is crucial for the microorganisms to thrive. Turn your compost every few weeks to add oxygen. This helps speed up the decomposition process and prevents it from becoming too compacted. Turning the compost also adds oxygen, which is essential for the microorganisms that break down the organic matter. With patience and care, you'll have rich, dark compost ready to use in your garden. Section 4. Black gold for your garden. The benefits of compost. Compost is a gardener's best friend. It's an invaluable resource that can transform your garden into a thriving oasis. Here's why. It improves soil structure. By adding compost, you enhance the soil's ability to hold together, creating a more stable environment for plant roots. Compost helps sandy soil retain moisture, ensuring that plants have a consistent water supply even during dry periods, and also improves drainage in clay soil. It provides essential nutrients. This means that water doesn't pool around plant roots, which can cause rot. Compost is rich in nutrients that plants need to thrive. These nutrients are slowly released, providing a steady supply of food for your plants. It reduces the need for chemical fertilizers. By using compost, you can cut down on the use of synthetic fertilizers, which can be harmful to the environment. Compost is a natural alternative to synthetic fertilizers. It's an eco-friendly option that supports sustainable gardening practices, and it suppresses plant diseases. The beneficial microbes in compost help to fight off harmful pathogens, keeping your plants healthy. Compost helps create a healthy soil ecosystem, attracting earthworms and other beneficial organisms that improve soil health, which can help prevent plant diseases. By fostering a robust soil ecosystem, compost ensures that your garden remains vibrant and productive. Section 5. Troubleshooting your compost. Common mistakes and how to avoid them. Even experienced composters make mistakes sometimes. It's important to recognize these errors early to ensure your composting efforts are successful. Here are a few common ones and how to avoid them. Compost is too wet and smelly. This often happens when there's too much green material and not enough brown. To fix this, add more brown materials like dry leaves or shredded newspaper. These materials help to balance the moisture levels and reduce odor. Another common mistake is not turning the compost frequently enough. Turn the compost more frequently to improve aeration. This helps to speed up the decomposition process and prevents the pile from becoming anaerobic. On the other hand, if your compost is too dry and not decomposing, it means there's not enough moisture or green materials. Add more green materials like grass clippings or fruit scraps. These materials provide the necessary nitrogen to help break down the organic matter. Additionally, water the compost more frequently. Moisture is essential for the microbial activity that breaks down the compost. Pests are another common issue. They are often attracted to the compost by certain types of food waste. To avoid attracting pests, do not add meat, dairy or oily foods to your compost. These items can create strong odors and attract unwanted animals. Also, make sure the bin has a secure lid. This helps to keep pests out and maintain the right conditions inside the bin. If your compost is not heating up, it might not be breaking down properly. Temperature is a key factor in the composting process. The compost pile needs to reach a certain temperature to break down properly. Use a thermometer to monitor the temperature and ensure it stays within the optimal range. Finally, make sure your compost pile is large enough and has the right balance of green and brown materials. A well-balanced compost pile will decompose more efficiently and produce high-quality compost.